Hey guys, thanks for joining. We're going to jump right on in. Thank y'all for being here. This is the Caramel Rail Show. I am Caramel Rail. Let's get into the show. All right. Everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. So for this video, as you guys can see on the thumbnail, there's an interview that was done with Melody Shari. She sat down and did an interview with this lady named Shalea Morgan. And Melody revealed some things about Love and Marriage Huntsville. She also talked about whether or not she would want to work with Carlos again in the near future, and also some legal stuff that took place whenever the show was brought to Carlos. Love and Marriage Huntsville, to be exact. Y'all know it was I think it was renamed, but Melody was saying the concept and all of that was she and Martell who brought it to Carlos, at which he put them kind of like on like a year or 2 year hold. During that time, he was, I guess, maybe planning to take the show in a different direction. But Melody is saying that she pretty much brought the cast to Carlos, she and Martell. She does give Martell credit, even though she says she doesn't fool with him anymore. She did give Martell the credit on that. And she talks about how Carlos pretty much took the concept from her, and wouldn't even say that she was co-owner of the show or even the owner of the show, that he took full ownership of Love and Marriage Huntsville and kind of slighted her. So she kind of feels a way about that as well. Let's go ahead and get into this, because I was just watching, I was scrolling on my phone and I just saw where Show Style and Spirit actually did the soundbite for the video. She doesn't mind us playing as long as we give her credit. So we're going to listen to just a piece of it. And then I'm going to go into some other examples and other people who Carlos have had some run-ins with in terms of business and other shows where he's also done the same thing to them as well. All right. You guys probably going to be shocked to find out that this is something that Carlos actually does. And this is how he's been able to grow his Kingdom Reign entertainment business and just his business period. In terms of starting shows, usually it's from what it sounds like, it comes from someone else's idea, and then he kind of takes that idea and say, okay, yeah, I'll work with you, but I'm gonna put you on like a year hold, and while you're on that hold, boom, he pops out with the damn show. All right, so let's get into, we're gonna listen to, I was gonna play it on my phone, but I know the last time I tried to, y'all couldn't hear it so good, so we're gonna just share it here. Again, shout out to Show Style and Spirit for the actual soundbite. We're gonna only listen to a portion of this, just so that you guys can hear what's going on, because some of this stuff I didn't even know about, right? I didn't even know about, but let's get into it. Again, shout out to Show Style and Spirit. This is Melody talking about whether she want to work with Carlos again and how everything panned out.
All right, this is the last question, y'all. If y'all have a question, you better drop it, because this is it. Would you ever do anything with Carlos King again?
Oh, that's a good question. Girl, she got no question.
Would you ever, like, just honestly, because I know, there's times at one point y'all was cool, and you was like, and you was like his bottom girl, like he love, Carlos, I love the girls. He loves the girls. And sometimes with family, like, y'all go through issues, you have ups, downs, and business is business, relationships are relationships. But could there ever be a world where y'all two could do something again together?
Oh, child. So I would say, with the experience, so with the experience I had with Carlos towards the end of my tenure with Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? It puts me in a position where I'd be super hesitant. And when I have a problem with trust, then that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? No, don't get me wrong. Me and Carlos used to have a bomb relationship. We used to, we could laugh. We could, cut up the way you and I can bounce off each other. We could bounce. Like, we hosted, there was a new show on called Naples something. I think they had one season. But literally, he and I hosted that together. I think that some of it comes into play when you look at the producer also wanting to be a star.
Oh, wow.
that puts a little, I don't know, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if you want to be a star, right. Like, if you want to be a star shoe, then we should have waited and made both of us be a star.
Right.
But then if you're saying you're the producer, but then also you're pushing yourself, or you're,
With a simple search on Get Your Guide, explore new places and local.
Sorry for the ad. Let's get through it. Let's get back to it. All right.
And it's just, all of that. And there were other things that I would, that I'm not going to speak on, because I'm not here to bash him. Like, I just did an interview the other day when I was like, and for whatever he's doing, kudos, great, whatever, right? Because I'm not going to do that. I'm not that kind of a person. But it was a, girl, I would have to pray and fast on that. Like, and I know Mimi and Bravo just made.
And that's what I was about to say. Like, look at Mimi and Bravo for years. It was so contentious between them.
Yeah.
But now, and I'm like, you guys outside of that, great TV was made. You have this it factor, the star quality. Is there a world where both of you can find a way to come together and give the people, because the people want to see you back on the screen. I know. The people want you back on the screen. Is there a way? She's not doing it. Don't hurt I know. But is there a way that y'all can get back into that space where it's a good space?
So I have no problem with getting back to where I'm in a good space with people. Okay. Right? Because to be honest with you, even right now, I'm in a good space. Like if I saw him right now, I was like, hey, how you doing? I'm not going to be like, me, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm already in that space. That's what I took 25 for.
And collaboration projects? What about that?
Not so sure about collaboration projects. Again, it goes back to you got to be able to trust.
So she's asking Melody, do you foresee yourself ever working with Carlos in the near future again? And she says she's very hesitant to do that because the trust has now been broken. And she says, what about any collaboration? She says, same. The trust is not there. She is not looking to do any collaborations with him. So it looks like their working relationship may be completely over by the way things kind of ended after she left Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's continue.
Trust one another, and you have to have the same vision. Like I don't want to be involved in something where the drama is outweighing all the other positive stuff. So if you have a producer who's like, well, reality TV, honey, this is what you signed up for. It's gonna be drama, and this is what's gonna be. Then that's out of alignment. There's a disconnect there. You get what I'm saying? Right. So it's got to be where you and the person, you know what I'm saying, are just able. Do I think Carlos is just some bad person and he's just evil? And no, I don't have that to say about him. I don't necessarily feel that way about him.
Michigan needs a no-holds-barred governor like President Trump.
Sorry, it's just a quick commercial break.
Sorry for that, guys. I think something's going on with.
But there are things that happen in our situation, even all the way from the creatorship of the show. I know for a fact, like. Carlos wasn't thinking about Huntsville. He wasn't thinking about Alabama. Right. That was something we took to him. And even though, I don't even deal with my ex, but I also believe in being fair and being honest. It would have been easy to say co-creator, Melody and Martell, co-creator, Melody. That would have taken anything away from Carlos King being creator. But whenever you start putting up a fight legally for the creatorship, I'm not going to fight you that way. After a while, I'm just going to say, you know what, whatever. Like, I got better things.
So you guys hear that? Melody is saying that she would have been happy just to get co-creator for Love and Marriage Huntsville for she and Martell. She, as you guys can hear, she does give Martell credit to say that he also was, a part of the creating of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and they would have been happy just to get the title of co-creator, and they would have let Carlos get creator of the show, but he was not willing to do that either, and he went and legaled up on them and lawyered up in order to fight them from getting that title so that he could be full owner of and creator of Love and Marriage Huntsville, even though they brought the concept to him from what she's saying.
But didn't you get the title for that anyway?
No.
Oh, they did not give you the title?
No. Creator? No. Oh. Yeah, no. Actually, it was more so often said, I'm the creator of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And it's like, but just as well as we know that at the end of the day, the Huntsville concept, Alabama concept, the people that we brought, and again, I don't even talk to my ex, like I really don't fool him, but fair is fair, right is right. There should have been a co-creatorship between the three of us. So just because we were new to the entertainment game, you don't take advantage of that and not do what you know is right. Correct. Even if past another check behind it, it wasn't about another check. It was just about, we got this thing, got to put it together.
Correct. Okay.
Give me 1 second, guys. Something I forgot to do. Give me 1 second. Let me stop sharing. I'm going to be right back with it. All right, give me 1 second. Let me do something that I need to do. Because I see some motherfuckers is in here acting a fool, and I'm not here for it, okay? So let me go ahead and do what I need to do. Because what we not about to do is be about no bullshit tonight. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about, and that's just on period. If you don't like it, please go ahead and exit. I'm going to talk about whoever, and I'm going to talk about whatever. If you offended by that, maybe you shouldn't be here. I'm a content creator. I will talk about content. If it's viral content, I will talk about it. This is a viral interview that's taking place, and we're going to talk about it, okay? I see somebody in the chat. They just got blocked, asking me, am I supposed to talk about this? I'm going to talk about what the fuck I want to talk about, including your ass if you come back over here, okay? And that's just a warning. So let's get back into the interview, into this video, okay? Don't come here acting a fool because I got time today. Back to it. Let's go.
So that's it, guys. This is
okay. So that was definitely a loaded sound.
So let's stop. What do y'all think about that? What do you guys think about what Melody is saying that Carlos actually kind of did in terms of her bringing the concept of Love and Marriage Huntsville? Now, I do remember when they initially talked about this, she was saying that Carlos, when she and Martell sat down with Carlos and said, hey, we have this idea for this show here in Huntsville. People aren't really talking about Huntsville. Huntsville, as you guys know, is a very small town. She said, hey, I have some friends that I would love to bring on as far as castmates, which would have been Tisha Marceau, Kimmy Maurice, which later on down the line, of course, y'all know Nell and other people were added to the show, but it was primarily going to be Melody, Martell, Marceau and Tisha, Kimmy and Maurice, and then later you guys saw Destiny and what's his name? Anyway, Destiny and her then husband came on the show, and then other people followed, right? But the concept was supposed to be them talking about building Black, excellence, Black building, because Melody Martell was already doing like real estate and property preservation and stuff like that. So they wanted the cameras to follow them and kind of show them, and they want to make a show out of it. So when she sat down initially with Carlos, he heard this concept. He said, okay, I'm going to put you, I'm gonna have you guys, I guess, wait for like a year or so while things, I guess, were being done behind the scenes or whatever. And he was going to get back to them. When he returned, it sounds like he kind of maybe took ownership of the show or took the idea to make it his own. And they did not get the title of in terms of ownership of the show. So he kind of took over that, which I feel like was kind of fucked up a little bit, right? Yeah, I just really feel like that. Yeah, y'all see it in the chat shot. These people are crazy. Can you talk about that? Girl, get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. Okay, nobody is off limits in terms of content. Okay, we're gonna talk about everybody. I don't have no problem with Melody. I'm gonna talk about it. If she does an interview about something and I want to talk about it, I will talk about it. So run and tell that, nanny boo boo, and all of that. So let's get into something that I pulled up here to corroborate what I was just talking about in terms of Carlos actually working with people and getting these ideas from different people in terms of shows. Okay, you guys are going to be surprised to find out that Shari Whitfield was trying to do a real estate show as well, and she pitched it to Carlos because he does have his Kingdom Reign Entertainment, so he has that extra push where maybe she wanted to put it under Kingdom Reigns Entertainment, but it'd be her idea. But they said that he promised her some type of deal, and we're talking about Shari Whitfield now. Carlos promised Shari some kind of deal in terms of this real estate show that she brought to him. And they're saying that he paid her for her silence and then allegedly stole the idea from her and given her this friend of status when it came to this show. So she's not the only one. Not the only one that Carlos has done this to. It's more. Let's continue. Nicole Ray, actually, I know Nicole Ray, that she was done the same way. So he actually stole a wedding show idea as well from another producer from BET's the show The Main Event. That was from another producer who had the concept for that Carlos got wind of that, and it's saying that he actually took the idea, the concept from that as well, and profited from that as well. Nicole Ray, as I just mentioned to you guys, first had the idea for the show Messy Monday and pitched it to Carlos to say, hey, let's work together on this, or can you, I guess, maybe under your Kingdom Reign Entertainment help push this? And Carlos, again, had this person waiting for, I think, like a year or so. I'm going to read it to you guys. And took the Messy Monday idea. So y'all know every Monday, Carlos goes on his YouTube channel and does the Messy Monday. That idea was already in place with someone else by the name of Nicole Ray. That was back in 2018. Let's not forget about Candy Burris from the group Escape. Escape was getting ready to put out a biopic of their group, and Carlos got wind of that. At first, he wanted to do it. Candy said, no, the group, we want to do the biopic ourselves. We want to make it personal. It was understood that they did not want Carlos to have any dealings with it, but Carlos was sneaking behind Candy's back and was talking to Mama Joyce, unbeknownst to her, because she didn't even know the business side of what was going on with this damn biopic. So Carlos trying to be sneaky and went behind Candy's back and was asking Mama Joyce questions that only she would know about, like when Escape got started, when this, when that, because he was trying to go behind Candy's back and do this biopic. And when Candy found out, she was livid. She was pissed. She cut off her friendship with him because she and Todd also were friends with Carlos because they worked on not Love and Marriage Huntsville, but Real Housewives of Atlanta together before Carlos got kicked off the network from working as a producer on Real Housewives of Atlanta. For those of you who don't know, that's just a little history there. So let's go ahead and get into, I'm sick of these pop-ups. Y'all bear with me. All right, so shout out to Urban Bell. Says that Carlos King has been busy superheading the very successful Love and Marriage franchise. Love and Marriage Huntsville was the first entry and instantly became a smash hit for the Oprah Winfrey Network. The main draw was the drama surrounding Melody Cherie and Martell's marriage, Martell's longtime affair resulting in him fathering a child, which we all know from Ariana, okay? Unfortunately, their issues didn't end with divorce. Co-parenting has been very contentious for the former couple. Martell was recently arrested for allegedly threatening to release explicit videos he and Melody filmed while they were married. We all know about that. Said it was alleged that Martell asked his mistress to do the deed, which we know about. The massive success of Love and Marriage Huntsville made room for the creation of Love and Marriage DC, as well as Love and Marriage Detroit. Carlos also has Bold and Bougie, which that's no longer on TV. That was on WeTV, with Malaysia Pargo leads the cast after departing Basketball Wives. Y'all know about that because she was on there. Neo's wife, I think, was on there as well. Now, although Carlos is busy producing multiple reality shows, said that he's still managing to grow his social media presence with a podcast and successful YouTube channel. He also hosts Messy Monday with Dr. Heavenly Kimes, which y'all know Heavenly's not on there anymore. Claudia Jordan is on there and Dustin is on there as well. Now, the duo usually review reality shows such as Real Housewives of Potomac and The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Their videos garner plenty of views and social media shares. Let's continue. It says, well, an entrepreneur recently called Carlos out about Messy Monday. Now, y'all know Carlos' show that he does every Monday, which is called Messy Monday. This was previously owned, as I told you guys, by someone else by the name of Nicole Ray. Now, she accused Kingdom Reign Entertainment founder of stealing the concept. Now, Nicole Ray wrote, story time, picture it 2021, me and my bestie, the only Mrs. Banks, pitched a show to the Carlos King. Now, during this pitch, we talked about our salon, the dynamics of our friendship. Said that we also informed him that we hosted a weekly podcast where we discuss all things hot topic and mess entitled Messy Monday. So they already had the name already for their podcast, but they wanted to grow it and they wanted Kingdom Reign Entertainment to be a part of it. But Carlos took the concept. It says now at the Carlos King said that we're not going to act as though you didn't steal this idea from us. Let's be clear. We have been doing Messy Monday since 2018. Y'all hear that? Says she continues saying that I find it very funny that after having us on ice for over a year to finalize a pilot deal, you pop up with our exact idea, name, and all 2 years later. So 2 years later. So this is the same thing that he did with Melody, saying, hey, we're going to have to, shoot the pilot and all this other stuff. So he had Melody waiting as well when she pitched the concept for Love and Marriage Huntsville. And unbeknownst to them, he came back with something else and became the owner of this show when Melody said he wasn't even thinking about Huntsville. He wasn't even trying to do a show in Huntsville until they brought the idea and the concept to him. Now said that the girls been saying for years that she was a thief. I didn't believe it until it happened to me. Says that we know you like to deflect, but would you care to comment? Said it peacefully paid and prospering. Nicole posted what she alleges is past communication with Kingdom Reign Entertainment, as well as a screenshot indicating that she trademarked Messy Monday way back in 2021, which was way before Carlos even started it. Now, it says that after Nicole Ray posts began to make traction, Love and Marriage DC cast member Sherelle Duncan also responded, said that she wrote, having us on ice sounds very familiar, Nicole Ray. So Nicole then responded by saying, Miss Sherelle Duncan sold me a whole dream, says that I saw how he did you on part 3 of the reunion. It goes on to say that I knew when he wasn't loyal, I knew that he wasn't loyal to no one, not even his cast. So it means that he will go into leaps and bounds. He don't give a fuck who it is. If you got an idea and it sounds good to him, if he can beat you to the punch because he has his own little network or producers and his own, Kingdom Reign Entertainment business, hey, he can pretty much put it out there. So I guess the gig is to tell people, wait, let's shoot this pilot. Let me put you on ice for like a year or two until I speak with my people, and then we'll see what we're going to do after that. Meanwhile, I guess behind the scenes, he's actually working on the show to make it his own. That's what it sounds like to me. Right? That's what it sounds like. So it said that the entrepreneur's caption that references Carlos King being accused of stealing in the past may refer to claims that Shari Whitfield and Kandi Burruss made years ago. Said that Shari alleged that she pitched the show to Carlos about Black female real estate agents. Said that, and he allegedly went behind her back and pitched the show to WeTV without her. Said that as for Kandi, she alleged that Carlos went behind her back as well and pitched an escape biopic to TV One. It says that according to Kandi, he allegedly called Mama Joyce to fish for information. He did all this behind her back. Now, mind you, he's supposed to have been friends with Kandi because Todd and Carlos were both working as producers on our Real Housewives of Atlanta. Said that Carlos, of course, has not yet responded to any of the accusations, at which he will not. Y'all know Carlos does not respond to any accusations. He might throw a subliminal on Messy Monday, but he does not respond to things like this. These are people that have come forward to say, hey, we had shows that we said, hey, Carlos, let's work together, or pitched it to him, and he just kind of took the show for himself. So now to hear Melody in an interview saying, hey, the same shit was done to me with Love and Marriage Huntsville, and he even went as far as lawyering up and going legal in order to fight us from having any type of ownership as far as Love and Marriage Huntsville, it does sound familiar, right? You guys can see here, Sherelle Duncan says, having us on ice sounds familiar. Nicole Ray says, yeah, sold me a whole dream. Said that I saw how he did you on part 3 of the reunion. I knew he wasn't loyal to no one, not even his cast. What do y'all think about that? This is crazy, right? I said, damn, because I knew I'd heard this before when I heard a piece of what Melanie was saying on the interview there with Shalay Morgan. I said, well, damn, Carlos, this sounds like a pattern of behavior, right? If someone bring you an idea to say, hey, I want to work with you, and let's do it under Kingdom Reigns. Don't say, hey, I'm gonna put you on ice for a little bit while we talk about it. Let me get with my people, and then we're gonna get back with you. And then you make them wait for a whole year, and then you pop out with the show. That's not a good look. It's not a good look because you have more means in order to get the show out before said person that brought the original idea to you in the first place. Okay. I mean, damn, Carlos, what do y'all think about that? Y'all sound off, honey. Sound off, and let me know what y'all think. This is the end of this video. I told you guys this is a pop-in. I did want to just play just a portion of that. Again, shout out to Show Styling Spirits. I was like floored. I was floored, but shout out to Show Styling Spirits on that portion of the interview. What do y'all think about the information that I also attached, as well as this Messy Monday idea, which you guys know is currently Carlos's show on Mondays. Every Monday he does Messy Monday, which is doing very well, but that was already in place as far way back as 2018, 2021, I think it was, according to Nicole Ray. Shari Whitfield, she had a show coming out. He actually took that idea and reduced her to be a friend of on a show that she actually had the idea for, right? As well as other people. Kandi Burruss, the whole biopic for Escape, he was trying to run ahead and do that and pitch it to TV One, unbeknownst to Kandi, when she had already made it clear to him that she and Escape wanted to do their own biopic because no one else can tell their story better than them. And he tried to talk to Kandi's mom and get information to do it anyway. What do y'all think? That's crazy. But shout out to all of my top flight moms, Stephanie Thomas, Rose Armstead, and Truth TV Podcast. Let me go ahead and look at some comments while we're in here before we get out of here. Let's see who we got in here. Judy Brown is speaking to everyone. Nadine Fly said that blessing Sunday to Caramel. Thank you for coming. Said snake behavior. Alan Ford says snake behavior. That's what it sounds like. Eve Parker says unbelievable. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Gwen Brown says that hey, real chat and family. Terry Gay says that he is a damn thief, point blank, period. Not a biatch ass ninja. Wow. Okay. Deborah Holder says that when Mel and Carlos did the interview together, he said that Mel and Martell brought the show to him. but then he had him sit for years. He did have him sitting for years. I remember that. Before he decided to run with it, period. Okay, and came back. Marcella says, shout out to Marcella in the chat. She is a content creator. Check her out. I also saw Deary Talk. She's a content creator as well. Y'all check out these content creators because they have some really good stuff too. Marcella says that lesson, signed agreements, and copyright ideas, all of that, right? I bet you, hey, you have to live and you learn, right? You have to live and you learn. You live and you learn. You always got to get some shit in writing. You got to get shit in writing, okay? Let's see. I would have also did like a video. I would have videoed our encounter. Like when I would video the meeting, I would say, hey, you don't mind if we video this meeting, correct? Let's do that. I would have done that just for myself, just to protect myself, okay? So that we know what's said, what's agreed on, as well as a contractual agreement as well in terms of how things are going to move forward and who's going to be the owner or co-owner of said show and how things are going to be split and the agreement on all of that. I mean, shit, that's how I do. Shit, I went to school for business. You ain't gonna pull one on me. I'm just saying that. But Sunshine Ray says that Carlos King enriched himself off of other people's ideas. He's a damn thief. I'm floored by this shit, y'all. I am for Lord. Dara Holder says that that is one of the main reasons why Candy is not friends with Carlos. Right. Candy cried like a baby about that. She was so mad because she was like, damn, I trusted you. I worked with you. We were like friends for years. And then for you to still go behind my back and try to pitch that biopic to TV One about escape behind our back when we already told you that we were going to put our own story out. Like, that shit is diabolical, right? Damn, Carlos. Miss Island Duncan said that lay down with dogs and wake up with fleas. All of that. Okay. Vernetta Evans said that I don't blame Mel, said that Carlos is a snake for that, but you never win when you play dirty. Kim Woodruff says that he knew Melody and Martell was new to reality and he took advantage of that. Yeah, I can see that. Marcella said that he also took Andy Cohen's after show. Oh, damn sure did. I forgot about that. But that show, what was it, Carlos? What was it called? Something with Carlos King, Reality with the King. He damn sure did. Because y'all know Andy Cohen, he's had his show on, okay? But yeah, he did come back with the Reality with the King shit. And it only was on for what, like one season? It was only one season. You're right about that. I damn sure forgot about that. God bless it says shame, child. I know that's right. Kim Woodruff says that we all know Carlos is a thief, tried to steal Candy lifestyle. Yep. I just showed y'all. We don't make nothing up over here now. I'm gonna always show you guys where I found it and the receipts on it, honey. Vernetta Evans says that I know that's right. Rail said that that's your domain. And yeah, you know, I cuss somebody out. Don't come over here trying to tell me what to talk about, who to talk about, none of that. I'm a content creator. I talk about everything, whether I like your ass or not. Whoever. I don't give a hot boiling damn. Don't come over here with that because that's how you get cussed out. And then you got to tuck your tail and go get some damn counseling after your damn feelings get hurt. Don't come over here with that bullshit. All right, some of y'all be doing too much on the internet. All right, grown ass women running from platform to platform, starting shit. Like, people can talk about what they want to talk about. Content creation means topics. You talk about whatever's viral, whatever's not viral. You talk about it and you bring that information to the YouTube streets so that you can make people aware of what is going on. If you are offended by that, fuck you and fuck off. Okay, that's how I feel. All right. Let's see. Alan Ford said that I agree with Carmel, said that although the first idea was a home garden idea, said that Carlos King asked to find friends, but the original idea was Melody. Yeah, and Melody did say it. She did give credit to Martell as well. She said, I don't fool with him, but it was our idea. I mean, Carlos wasn't hanging out in no damn Huntsville. Or probably nowhere in Alabama. He probably was not hanging out nowhere in nor near Alabama. I think when he went to Alabama and had that meeting with the cast, I think that's when he said that was the first time he had ever been to Huntsville. He had never been to Huntsville when he had that meeting. That's when all that shit was going on. And he was saying he never wanted to work with Ariane. And the cast was like fighting. Nobody wanted to film with anybody. So he took a special trip to Huntsville to have a cast meeting. And I remember verbatim, he was saying that he had never been to Huntsville before. And this was before he did the podcast with Melody, right? This was before he did the whole podcast thing with Melody. So he had never had no damn idea about no Huntsville show. I said, why y'all over here starting trouble? Yeah, let them know. Okay. Y'all know we don't play that over here. Deborah Holder said that this is not on Mel pay channel, so you can't talk about it. Yeah, we can talk about it. We can absolutely talk about it. We can talk about it. Says so basically Carlos stole her show. Yeah, and lawyered up so she couldn't do nothing about that shit. That's what it sounded like. Because Melody said he lawyered up and she just did not want to fight him and like go get an attorney and try to fight him on that, because it sounded like Carlos, the way he had that shit done, he might have had all his ducks in a row to make it look like the way he switched things up from being like because Melody, I think when Melody and Martell originally pitched it, it was kind of like a HGTV type show. To where it was going to be like building and showing where they, because that's what they were doing prior to Kimmy and Maurice. They were doing that too, real estate stuff, but they were building houses and homes and communities and stuff like that, renovating homes and stuff like that. So when they brought the idea, the show idea to Carlos, he was probably sitting there like, okay. And this whole putting you on ice for a year or so gives him time to go ahead and get contracts and change the show into what he want to change it to. Whole time you think, oh, we about to get a show, we about to get this, by the time it's brought back to you, everything is already switched around and more so in his favor. Mind you, Carlos been doing reality TV for quite some time. He's a novice at this shit because he was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. He was a producer over there, so he knows how this shit work in and out, which is how he was able to branch out and get his own Kingdom Reign Entertainment. So all these people that was pitching these ideas and bringing it to him, he already knew what the fuck he was doing and how he was going to get around certain, legalities and other things in order to make it fit to where he would become owner of it, like he did Shari. I mean, that would have worked out good for Shari, being that she's having all these financial issues with, She by Shari, which I think she said she's not even pitching that anymore because she's not really making no money from it. Health and Wellness says that I know firsthand what it feels like for someone to take your idea and profit from it. Said karma does spin the block. It will. It will. Y'all talking about Maverick. Marcella said that they settled it. Carlos proved that they bought a HGTV. Said that he asked them to bring friends. Yeah, he did. And that's when Mel was like, yeah, we got Tisha, my friends Tisha and Marceau. We have Kimmy and Maurice. And for a while, they were the only ones on the show, like I said, until LeBerick and Destiny finally came on the show as another couple. And then it just kind of snowballed from there. But yeah, she definitely, I mean, got to give props where it's due. Shit, she did bring the shit to her. I mean, he should have definitely given her at least co-owner of the fucking show, if not owner. And then y'all remember when Melody would say, it's my show. And then Carlos like corrected her at the podcast and say, it's my show. Like he overtalked her and say, it's my show. And I was like, really? But I didn't know that he done went and got a good old lawyer to go after her to say, nah, this is my show. So yeah, y'all heard it. I just played it. Deborah Holder said that Mel should have bought her lawyer with her before she signed on with Carlos. Said, well, she come to be with all due respect, and I think someone else mentioned it just now. She was probably fresh coming into this in terms of pitching a show and all of that. Like she probably didn't know he was going to do that. I mean, I feel like she trusted him because she probably saw, hey, look what he was doing over there he has connections, right? He has connections, Real Housewives of Atlanta, or Bravo. He used to work on Bravo. She was probably like, oh, this is going to be a big, huge thing to pitch this show. And the fact that he would want to work with us and he's saying, oh, it's a great idea. But whole time he was calculating this whole situation to make it his own. I just don't feel like that was right. Says Real, me too, get him. Y'all know I get him. I don't give a damn. I cuss anybody out. Don't play with me. Said she is reporting this from Show Style and Spirit, so she gave credit. Yeah, I always give credit if I'm talking about someone, if I share it, and according to YouTube guidelines, since everybody is not well versed on that, y'all know I'm always up on guidelines and all of that. I follow the guidelines. The new guidelines with YouTube is that we can use and share content as long as we give credit to the person and we build commentary around it. You can go and look that up. That is in black and white. Okay, since YouTube made their new rule as of late last year, 2025. Once they change some things around, we can definitely share content as long as we put our own commentary. As you guys can see, I did not use any of Show Style and Spirit's commentary. I put my own, and I also showed you receipts of where Carlos has done this to other people. So yes, I can definitely do that according to YouTube standards. So thank you guys for that. All right. Says from Melly Pay Podcast. It is not from the podcast. It is not from her podcast. Okay. It is actually a soundbite as well. So shout out again to Show Style and Spirit. It is a soundbite. Thank you. Said that he won that case 2 years ago in Atlanta. Ooh, okay. Said, are you supposed to be reporting this? Oh my God. Y'all are so annoying. Yes, we can absolutely report this. Okay. It is from a sound bite. Okay. Moving right along. Let's see. Anybody else ask me, can I report this? You're gonna be in timeout. All right, ain't got time tonight. I said, figured as much when she left the show. That was it. Okay. Said that that was a nice version of saying heck no. Kim Jones said that was a nice version. We get ready to get out of here, guys. I ain't gonna hold you guys too long because I gotta get up early in the morning. I gotta get up early in the morning because I gotta go in the office, and I'm not happy about that. But let's get into it. All right, let's read one more comment, then we're gonna get out of here. One more good comment. Oh, we done scrolled all the way to the top. Let's get back to the bottom and see. I said, yeah, she did it before, she can do it again. Yeah. I said, Rel knows what to do at all times. Thank y'all. Okay, yeah, I do know. We know legal shit over here too, so don't nobody be playing on me like that. Yes, so ain't nobody getting sued for that. We definitely can use it. All right, said that's right. Keep rocks and get off your page. Right. Said y'all love me. I love y'all back. People just be trying it. People who don't even watch me, they will come over here and just literally start shit and run stuff back. I'm so sick of that, like for real. I don't bother anyone. I come on and do my content, but you have some grown adults, okay, that's old enough to be grandmas on YouTube that just start all kinds of shit and take stuff back and just keep stuff going. Like YouTube has been very quiet here for the last few months, and we're trying to keep it that way and focus on the content and not drama. But you have some people that only thrive in drama, and of course that's called mental illness. So I don't know, maybe Paxil, Prozac, counseling, maybe a jacket that with the buckles that close in the back real tight, maybe that can help. I don't know. But get the fuck off my page with all of that. Okay, thank you guys for joining. I will see you guys tomorrow. Yes, honey. I will see you guys tomorrow. Shout out to my Top Flight Miles for doing an awesome job tonight. Okay, because baby, the people were in here, and I had to go ahead and like Nene Lee said, honey, the door is closed. I had to close my door because these people, child. All right, but shout out to the content creators that were here. Let me go ahead and give you guys some Astute Queen B, Black Women in the Building, Miss Didi, Simple Mind Family TV, Jonetta Speaks, JCD Creation, Shay P, Shay Renee, Queen Speaks TV, Dear Retalk, Schoolboy, if you were here, just a T, please. Marcella, I saw you here. Brisk Block, thanks for being here as well. You guys have a wonderful night. Ain't gonna hold you guys any longer until the next video. I'll see y'all for Car Chronicles in the morning as well, okay? Y'all have a wonderful night until the next one. Bye.